Alrighty, y'all. Welcome back to the show. I hope you're doing excellent. We're looking at crazy laws that exist. Well, that still exist. A lot of them are probably old. This is from around the world, so some different places. Be interested to see where and what we're working with. Now, a lot of these are stuff that people usually don't even know about, and quite frankly, a lot of these are probably things that aren't really enforced at all. But they're interesting to know nonetheless. And, you might be doing something technically illegal. This is from the infographic show, and this will be linked in the description down below. Make sure to check them out. And this is an email suggestion from Jenna. So thank you for that. Here we go.
Great Britain has some of the strangest laws in the world, some of which are broken every day. It is illegal, for example, to be drunk in a pub in the UK. How many thousands of Brits break that law every single day?
Now, I thought drinking culture in most of Europe was really, really strong, especially the UK. I think I've seen the map. Maybe you guys have seen it too. I think I've shown it on the channel before. There's a map that's out there that shows, the amount of churches versus the amount of pubs in the UK. And, there's so many pubs in the UK, the icons covered the whole map. You couldn't even see the country anymore. You couldn't even see the landmass. Come on. Drinking culture has got to be pretty damn strong in the UK. How many people aren't getting a buzz or getting drunk in a pub? That's a weird one.
It is also illegal to carry a plank of wood along the pavement, especially, one would imagine, after getting drunk in the pub. Not quite so bizarre is the stipulation that members of Parliament in jolly old England are not allowed to wear a suit of armor in Parliament. But surely this law should have been updated by the lawmakers themselves while in Parliament, no? It is also highly illegal to handle a salmon in suspicious circumstances in England and Wales. And if there is an unsuspicious way to handle freshwater fish out of water, we'd love to see it. It's also an offense to beat or...
That's a very oddly written law. Some laws are so peculiar and just not specific in the way they're written. It's how are we supposed to interpret this? How's that supposed to be enforced?
or shake a carpet or rug, except if it's a doormat, before 8 a.m. in the UK. And if you're an Englander, forget about dining on exotic waterfowl. Unless you happen to be the Queen of England, it is illegal to eat a swan. Should you be pregnant in Britain, it is perfectly legal to spend a penny in a policeman's hat, or in fact, anywhere else should it be an emergency. And on a similar note, and on the subject of toilets, up in Scotland, if somebody knocks on your door asking to use the bog, you must, by law, let them inside and offer your bathroom. Also in Scotland, that bizarrely colorful land of haggis and bagpipes, there may be more to that folktale about Scotsmen and their kilts. Ever wondered what exactly is beneath the famous tartan kilt? Well, according to ancient legend, nothing. No underwear can be worn under the kilt, and according...
I have not, and wow, I definitely won't be wondering now. There's nothing under there going to commando, huh? Wow, that is TMI.
An old law, or perhaps...
You know what I'm saying? Damn.
To be fair, urban legend, if a Scotsman is found to be wearing underwear beneath his kilt, then he is routinely charged 2 beers by whoever discovered his non-commando status.
That's
Although
hilarious.
we can't confirm the exact legal standing of this law, it is too difficult to resist sharing.
Dang. I've never worn a kilt. Can't say I have. I don't know what type of material or fabric they're made out of. I don't know if that'd be comfortable wearing a kilt and nothing else. I don't know. Just throwing that out there.
The USA also has its fair share of quirky laws. In Arizona, allowing your pet donkey to sleep in the bathtub is against the law. Placing salt on a railway track is an offense punishable by the death penalty in Birmingham. At first glance, this seems a tad harsh, but the reason is that the train could either derail or attract cattle onto the track, which...
that one actually is pretty bad. That's a weird law, but it actually has a purpose. Yeah, you don't want to be messing with railroads, rail tracks, right? I mean, come on. Don't derail a train. That's no good. And you don't want to attract any animals or any, objects onto the tracks because, again, then you're presenting even more danger. So that one kind of makes sense, I guess, right? But the donkey in a bathtub, come on, Arizona. What the hell?
Which could also result in a major derailment or at least a delay. So don't go putting salt on the rails, kids. It's also against the law to play a game of frisbee without first acquiring the permission of a lifeguard in Los Angeles. Although responsible frisbee throwing is, we are told, permitted. Who can blame the city with all those lawsuits flying around? And what happened to the chicken who crossed the road in Georgia? Its owner got arrested. It is against the law to let your chickens roam around unattended in this state. In Hawaii, it is illegal to work at the same company as your twin brother or sister. We guess this law is in place to avoid workplace confusion as to who is doing what and who has taken the day off.
Interesting.
And dog lovers, beware. Unless you have 4 legs.
I have known twins, I think, that have worked at the same place, so they weren't in Hawaii. I guess they're lucky, right?
And a tail that wags, it's illegal to live in a dog kennel in Idaho, bringing a whole new meaning to sleeping in the doghouse. Perhaps stranger than all these laws, though, is the law in Vermont, whereby women who want false teeth are required by law to first obtain permission from their husband. Quite why this law still exists is totally baffling to us here at the Infographic Show. Perhaps someone can explain this one to us. And then there's the strange legal world.
That is very odd. That is very odd. I'm surprised that exists anywhere in the U.S. That's weird.
Of mainland Europe. In Greece, it is illegal to go sightseeing around the ancient ruins wearing high heels, and in France, it is illegal to name your pet pig Napoleon. In Rome, Italy, keeping a lone goldfish in a fishbowl is considered animal cruelty and is against the law, but if you have...
Really? Whoa, okay. Now, that one is a little harsh being against the law, but I always felt bad. Yeah, if I had fish again, because I only had one when I was little, I always thought it'd be better to have a few in there so they all, they have some friends, right? Not have one. That's pretty lonesome. That's just not fair. So I'm kind of with Italy on this one.
If you have more than one in the bowl, that is considered acceptable because we all know fish are sociable creatures.
That's right.
Kids in parts of Poland are not allowed to travel outside the house with any Winnie the Pooh memorabilia, including t-shirts, backpacks, or lunchboxes. The cartoon character is considered a non-gender specific inappropriate hermaphrodite without having the decency to wear a pair of pants, and the Poles, for some reason, find Winnie's lack of genitalia offensive. This one,
oh my God, that's wild,
isn't exactly an ancient law, but was simply too brilliant to leave out of our study of quirky laws.
That's hilarious. Oh my God, especially with the U.S. now and all our crazy times going on
Cambodian capital of Phnom Penh, the sale and importation of water pistols is prohibited during New Year festivities. The reason being that a popular way to enjoy the New Year in this part of the world is to take part in a huge water fight, and that, Governor Che Sofara reckons, may lead to social unrest. In Thailand, it is illegal to step on money, and it is also illegal to leave home without wearing underwear.
Step on money could be considered like defacing currency, so that one makes sense. Let me see what this one was. Hold up.
In Thailand, it is illegal to step on money, and it is also illegal to leave home without wearing underwear. It is also
so speaking of going commando, you got to go commando in your kilt if you're in Scotland. Meanwhile, in Thailand, you can't go commando at all. So you got to watch where you're going, especially when it comes to underwear. I mean, it goes country to country. You got to know your underwear etiquette.
Legal to hold your hand out in tribute to the Hunger Games or to publicly criticize a fellow countryman. In parts of India, if a man is in debt, he can legally offer his wife as a down payment until the debt is settled. In Japan, it is illegal to be fat, with the government setting a maximum waistline of 33.5 inches for men and 35.5 inches for women.
Dang, that's harsh as well. Although you want everyone to be healthy. I mean, there's a lot of reasons to argue being slimmer, most of the time would be you are more healthy. Not all the time, but most of the time. Although is that enforced though? Damn, I don't know. That is wild. I don't know how to handle that one. Just because it is better to be in shape. But then again, I'm someone who thinks people can do what they want. I wouldn't want to tell someone they're too skinny or too fat. I feel like that isn't anyone's place. I mean, oh man, that's tough. That's very different.
In China, Buddhist monks are banned from reincarnating unless they have specific government permission. Yes, Asia is a wacky place. In Samoa, it is illegal to forget your wife's birthday. In Australia,
ooh, okay. I mean, it's unspoken illegal to forget your wife's birthday anywhere, I think. I mean, it may not be against the books here, but if you forget your wife's birthday, might be a bad day for you. You might be better off in jail.
It is against the law to disrupt a wedding, an act that is punishable by a fine of $10,000.
Whoa, 10 grand. It's against the law to
An act that is punishable by a
interrupt a wedding? Is that what he said?
Wife's birthday. In Australia, it is against the law to disrupt a wedding, an act.
Damn. I mean, that's intense. I mean, yeah, it's someone's big day. Don't be that one guy that ruins it. Come on.
That is punishable by a fine of $10,000. All in all, across the world, while laws are there to help protect us and keep society functioning as a moral and ethical place, some of the decisions made by lawmakers will keep on baffling us as long as old laws remain and new bizarre rules come into being.
Yeah, laws are funny, aren't they? Some of them hang around past their welcome too long to where they just don't fit in society anymore. And some new laws make you scratch your head too. So it is just something that the weird part is, and it's not weird, it makes sense. It's just something you have to think about when traveling, especially if you're traveling the world or something, is, it is hard to keep track of. The fact that laws are so different in some other, countries, when you cross a border, different regions of the world, they have different laws. The fact that so many of them can change is pretty bizarre, right? So you do have to keep track of stuff because it's one of those things where you might be breaking the law and you're not trying to. You're just like living your life, right? So it is really weird. But you know what? Most of these were pretty funny, pretty out there, and for the most part, probably stuff that isn't super enforced or at all. But some of them were pretty legit. Like I said, I kind of liked the Italy one, the goldfish or any fish rather. Come on, let the fish have some friends. They're a lot of fish aren't that expensive. Come on, don't let it be alone in there. That's not right. Anywho, I would love to hear your comments on this one. This was a fun little video here, and this stuff is always interesting, the laws around the world. And this was obviously a very short list, but very fascinating nonetheless. I would love to hear your comments, your thoughts on this. Possibly any laws that you know of around your neck of the woods that you just kind of makes you scratch your head and think, what the hell is this about? Please throw a like on there if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to be part of this amazing community. That's about all I got for this one. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker, and until next time, y'all. Catch you later.